Alright guys, here is your last assignment. Alright, so you're going to do a calculus portfolio. And I just want some feedback on the course. And of course we have, a couple of things that you can't answer like you normally would have been able to because we had to go home and your AP test was different and things like that. But I'd still like your feedback as far as our at-home learning and things like that as well. So please type your answer. Okay, so put it in a Word document and then upload your Word document and then upload it to Google Classroom. You can just put it right where this is. What you're going to first do, there's 3 parts. The first part, write a letter to next year's calculus student. Give them advice, warnings, encouragements, helpful hints. They're going to read them at the beginning of the year. So, dear calculus student, you don't have to put your name on them, but you certainly can. So you can sign previous calculus student, or you can put your name if you wish, either one. I'm going to separate this letter from the rest of your information. So this information is not going into the letter. The letter can be anything that you want. Maybe you tell them to do the homework. Maybe you tell them to pay attention to the homework and not necessarily look at the answers first. Or maybe you tell them to study, or maybe you tell them not to study. Your time to write anything you want to next year's calculus BC student. All right, so that's section 1. Now, section 2, these are just for me. I'm not sharing this with next year's class. I just want to kind of get some information on how I'm going to change up the next year. And I do use these every year to kind of, just change the way I deliver things, change the way it's run in class and things like that. So, you want to include both positive and negative feelings, constructive criticism, and anything you think would help me improve next year's course. Your grade is not based on whether you loved the class or whether you hated the class. Again, your grade is going to be based on did you answer the question. So if you answered the question, then you got a nice, pretty 100 for a test grade. So make sure that you're answering all of these questions, because if you leave something out, then you're going to get scored a little bit lower. I just want to make sure that you're answering. Now it says, did you find the AP questions we worked on in class helpful? Would you do more or less? Focus on FRQs or multiple choice? I know that your test didn't have multiple choice on it, so you really can't answer based on some AP test, but think about how it helped you in class and how it helped you on tests and understanding concepts and things. Would you have preferred more FRQs? Would you have preferred more multiple choice? That sort of thing. Were the AP videos helpful? Did you like the format? How would you change it? If you didn't watch the AP videos, then you can simply just say, I didn't watch the AP videos. And if you did watch the AP videos, you could probably elaborate a little bit more on how would you change it versus what the AP people did versus what I did. What did you find helpful? What did you find, was discouraging? Or, how, would you change it in any way? All right. How did you feel about the multiple choice problems on the AP site? That AP site was brand new this year. So I wanted to know how you felt. And I know we stopped using it kind of because as soon as they said it wasn't going to be multiple choice on the test, I didn't bother with us having to work on multiple choice. So again, do the best you can to answer and let me know how you liked that AP Central site. And if you have any ideas on how they could change it or how I can use it a little bit differently. Did you use the answers on Google Classroom? And did you like having the answers before the homework was due, or would you rather after? Now again, I asked this question during the year, but I'm asking you again. Maybe your answer has changed. How do you feel about the amount of homework that was assigned throughout the year? How long did it take you to complete each night? Did it help you learn the material? Just give me some idea and some focus on your homework and how it was with you during the year. Did the at-home learning setup work for you? How could it be made better? So were these videos okay for you? You hated these videos? Would you rather some sort of like a Nearpod, or what are some things that would have worked better for you? Is there any other information or critique you'd like to share with me? So do you have any other information you want to share? This is the paragraph in order to do so. All right, this last part. Now this is kind of a reflection upon yourself. How do you feel that you did during this course? And I want you to take the time and think about this so that you can apply that kind of information to another AP course or maybe a college course down the road. Did you do everything that you think you should have from the get-go? Or maybe you should have started earlier with doing a little more practice problems or extra studying or staying after school for help or things like that. So I felt prepared or not at all prepared for the AP exam. Okay? Again, if you didn't take it, you can think about how you think you would have felt. Did you feel like we did enough stuff that would help you towards an AP type thing? And you can even think about those questions we did on AP Central. Those are very, very indicative of what you would have seen on a regular AP exam. So I feel my grade in this class is a good indication of how well I did on the AP exam. Again, if you did not take the AP exam, talk about your grade in the class and talk about what you think you would have done on the AP exam. All right, I used blank when studying for tests, and I used blank when studying for the AP exam. Again, what kinds of things did you use when you were studying for tests throughout the year? What kinds of things did you use when you were studying and getting ready for the AP exam? All right, my grade reflected or did not reflect the amount of work I put into this course. Maybe you worked your little butt off, but it was really hard for you. Maybe you did nothing and your grade reflected that, or maybe your grade didn't and you got an A anyway. So go ahead and talk to me about your reflection here. All right, this portfolio will be graded on a completion of directions, so make sure you answer all the questions. It's going to count as a test grade. Now, technically, this is the last thing that you have due for me. So, seniors, I'm going to need it before June 5th. Underclassmen, I'm going to need it before June 15th. You can turn it in at any time from tomorrow all the way through till the end. We have one more video left with vectors and this calculus portfolio, and then you're done with calculus. Make sure that you read and take a look at the calculator thing. If you are an underclassman and you're not moving, you're planning on coming back to Woodside this year, I'm pretty sure we're just going to have you hold on to those at this point. You hold on to them, you bring them back to me in the fall, when hopefully I get to see your smiling face in the halls of Woodside. But we'll talk about it as we learn more and as we go along the way. All right, thanks guys.